Hi all, I'm taking apart a motor here today. I just opened up these clips here, clips in around the side of it. Just opened them up with a flat screwdriver. Just pull out the inside of it, like so. Just take it all out of it. I had bits of copper wire, pull them through. Cut off these ends here, which is brass. Right here, there's brass. And we get off this here, pull this through here. That's plastic. And we have more brass at this end here. Cut off them 2 more bits of brass. You have 4 bits of brass. A little bit of wire. And straight away we have a bit of brass here, there and there. Nice brass. Brass clips here, brass on these here. Take out them. Take out them small bits of brass. And this here is held in with a screwdriver. I would think it could be rivets even. My screwdriver, see. She's a Phillips, so we'll get into this. Take off this. Some days, and we take this off. This here is dirty brass. My yard does not buy it as dirty brass, so I just go in here with my little small blue. I have a small blue pliers here, and just cut that around there like so. Okay, like that. As simple as that. And there is your clean brass. That throws out that bit of rubber there beside you. Throw that out. In here we have your this is graphite. Here is a bit of brass, so just hit that with a hammer. That will crack off your plastic. And then we have our brass here. And out with this here, this brass. And this here is graphite, but it's coloured in copper somehow or another. I've never actually seen one like that before. That's copper, but the outside of this is just copper coated, I would think. Anyone have anything in that before? See in the comments. Because copper coated is all it is. So that's graphite. But there is a category in their scrapyard for graphite too, they are. Cut off that bits of wire, springs. Take off all that. Pull that off again, and we have another lump of, as I said, dirty brass here. Clean it off. Do you know, it all adds up, really adds up, guys, what you get back out of stuff when you micro scrap. Do you know, you get more back and more back and more back all the time. Bit of copper, bit of brass here. Pull off that copper here, and bit of brass here. This here is non-stick, so they are copper. Them 2 spring or 2 little bits of wire is copper. Okay, that's, excuse me, that fell, that's shred. And we go in here further. We take out the other one. Straight away, hit this with a hammer. Off of that, off of that, off with a bit of wire here, bit of graphite, spring, and nice bit of brassy goodness. Okay, as you can see, look at the way it gathers up. Bits and pieces of everything all gathers up, and every bit of that goes into his rifle containers. Okay, so next, this bio here sometimes can be a bugger to open up because it seems like it wants to twist and twist and twist. So I'm going to get a spanner in there. Sometimes you get a spanner in there and lock it up if you're able. She does want to stay twisting. It does want to stay twisting. Give it a good old push down and see what it holds it for you. No, I'm going to try going the other way. I'm going this way here and see if this holds it. Sometimes you just give it a little tip of the hammer. Get it down through it just to break the field in it, where it won't spin. That's what I try to do sometimes. So Not the best of a screw anyway, I tell you that. So don't worry. Try and get the shell off of the outside of it. Like sometimes like this to give it a few clatters. Like so. A shred. We still have our bio to take off, but we'll take it off now. Much easier, I would think. Now, just give that a squeeze in the vise for a second and see can I hit that out. So we need a hammer and we need a driver. A little bit of leeway is all I needed there. Now I need some socket. Some socket to fit that properly. Now I have it, see? All it needs is a little bit of the slap of the persuader. That's all it needs to get in there. So I get my flathead screwdriver there now again, wherever I dropped it. And here we go. And we have aluminium. And in there is a bit of plastic. There, I'll get that out of it. Small bit of plastic we had. Now, small bit of plastic in that, guys. I'll get that out myself, alright? Just small bit of plastic for the aluminium. Screws in here. Phillips. And as you can see, the way all these yolks, they fill up with dirt and rubbish. Bit of plastic. And we're nearly in. This here should come off somewhere. This pulls off here, this rim. Might get a prize on it here now. See what the prize up. Now, just hit the outside like so with a hammer, and there's more shred. And then we're into the one and only, and hopefully it is copper. I didn't check it if it is copper, but I'm presuming there's copper. I could be wrong, but I didn't check it, so I'll be taking it apart anyway. At the end of the day, I'm doing it for the video. Let's say it has copper, yeah. Nice shiny copper, guys. So this here is coming out now, right now in the vise. Squeeze that together. Hammer and this punch job. And straightforward enough, guys, when you have all the systems for it. The likes of this now, I'll put that into the copper breakers. That one. Motors like 45 cents a kilo. This here you can take off very easy. Just to pull off the sides of it. We can do that, or else you can just cut that off one side and just hammer it out. But I sell that as motors because it's better for me to sell it as motors. With the price of the motors are, I know like you get more than 45 cents. Well, not 45 cents, obviously that's not a kilo, but it's near enough to half a kilo. So it's worth about 25 cents. I know there'll be more than 25 cents in copper in it, but you never know. I might tear it apart. But we won't tear that apart this evening. This is just a video just to show how I break down these yolks. That's all that is, just a video to show you how I break it down. Another bit of brassy goodness and a bit of wire. As you can see the way it all adds up, guys. Look at that. Every bit of it adds up big time. Brass and whatnot. Oh, with this here now, we get out. And what I do with that is I sorry with the cap on there, guys. Someone will let him in a minute. He's just crying and crying and crying there. I'll pause the video for a minute and let him in. Now I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. It's 2 degrees here now, freezing at the moment, and I had to let the poor old animal into the house because he's bawling and bawling and bawling. So, do you know, had to let her into it. So I get my pliers here now again, and I get this in here into the vise, and I get this here little driver there again, and drive it down both sides and get it out. I did move a small bit, so straightforward enough. Now in here into the vise, and then we get our chisel in under it and prise it up, okay? It's very stuck in it. Very stuck in it, guys. Very stuck. But I'll get it out, don't worry. Some way we'll get it out, but don't worry. Now, just bear with me now for a second. Moving all right, as you can see yourselves there. She's moving. I'm keeping my feet away now because this could fly onto the ground or anything. Scrap a lunch there behind me. Now, I think she's after coming out a small bit more. Yeah, she did. As you can see, what I'm trying to achieve. You know what's wrong with that now, why it's stuck? It's the vise. I leaned a bit too hard with the vise. Now, let's shred. And there's a bit of brass there. Let's shred, okay? Tiny bit of this here, a copper wire. And that there can go into your aluminium. Just a matter of taking the plastic off the outside of it. And as you can see, like, all I thrown out of this was 2 little bits of plastic out of this. The rest is actually, you know, you get paid for everything else, guys. Okay. Is that shred? No. Aluminium. So, here we are now. We're into this. So what I do there now is I cut this here with my this one here, side cutters. Sometimes I put this into a vise and just cut it through, but just for the video I'm just holding it in my hand just to show you the way it is easy cut. Okay, as you can see, that's cut through now, and I get my screwdriver here. If you get it started at all, it'll come out. Okay, to get it started at all, it'll come out. I'm just showing you by hand, like that. And it's all copper number 2, and today's price for copper number 2 is €6.80 a kilo. Okay, so all I'm doing is just pulling it out just to show you how it comes out. That's all I'm doing. Look, €6.80 a kilo, guys, for copper number 2. Actually, one little hair there, a whisker right there, that was caught. So out with you, and that's it. Look at that. And that's all it takes, guys. And your tiny bit of brass there holds in that, and that's plastic. And the other side, same again. Just in through here, cut that off. What I do is I hit that with a hammer to break off that piece of plastic, and then I go in here again. It really adds up, guys, in copper and brass and, you know what I mean, steel and shred, just to break that apart. That's off of a Hoover or something like that it was, to be honest with you. But same again, look at that. The best of copper, guys, the best of it. Sometimes you get in under that and pull that up out, like so. And if you get your pliers and you bend these back this way to open them up, it's much easier to open them up, because they're closed at the moment. This is another bit of brass. They're closed at the moment, so you have to open up them like that. It's like giving them a little haircut. That's what it's like. So then you go in here then. This is the way I just to show you for the video. I'd have that off in seconds in the vise. I'm just showing, like, if you haven't got a vise, you know, you mightn't have a vise. Not everyone has a vise. You can do it that way too, you know what I mean? And as 2 degrees in Ireland at the moment, you need something to keep you warm. So by pulling these up like this, you're putting pressure on yourself. Now look at that, pure clean. And there you are, copper number 2. All day, look at that, copper number 2, €6.80 a kilo. Oh, that there, strands and strands and strands of copper, guys. That's a full tear down of that, what it opened up there. Just a motor. It's off of a big Hoover, and there she is, done and dusted. Brass, aluminium, motors, copper number 2. Do you know what I mean? It just adds up, guys. Every bit of it adds up. That's the way I get everything like that. Tear it all down fully. Thanks for coming across, guys, watching the channel. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will get you in the next one. Thank you.